Full Circle Community Farm is a farm in northeast Wisconsin, close to Green Bay. It's been in the Adamski family for generations, and it's traditionally been a dairy and became an organic dairy around 1990, and so they've been certified organic for that whole time since 1990. A couple of years ago, around 4 or 5 years ago, they transitioned to being grass-fed beef. And this year, we planned and started a CSA, which is really exciting, and that's a great way to bring in the community and really provide directly to families in the local area. So CSA stands for Community Supported Agriculture, and basically families sign up and pay at the beginning of the year for the full season of weekly boxes that they get full of vegetables. And you can do different add-ons, eggs, meat, whatever you want as well. We really would love to do a full diet CSA, and we're kind of working towards that point, because we're not just doing the vegetables, we're also doing pork, so pastured pork, and that's mostly Andrew's project. We're also doing the egg layers, and learning a whole lot about doing both of those things sustainably and how you can kind of connect them together. Right now we have them right next to each other on the same pasture, and the chickens actually clean up after the pigs a whole lot, and as well as pests that might be around. They'll eat a lot of insects on pasture, and it's really very healthy for them and for the eggs that you end up getting from them. And so we are providing that add-on of eggs right now. We're also part of a cooperative of farmers that started a meat box. So it's kind of like a meat CSA that's separate, but we're providing mostly the beef, because we do have a lot of beef cattle on the farm that was already established before we got here, but we're helping to market that through the farmers market, where we sell a lot of the vegetables. And so things are coming together. It's only the second year, but we've already started a whole lot of things. We do have a couple of work share people, and that's been awesome. So that is a couple of people are offering to work in exchange for vegetables each week. So instead of paying for their weekly box, they come in about 3 hours a week and help us harvest and weed. Mostly it's been harvesting, but it's extremely helpful, and that's a really good way to connect to the community as well. So I think we're on our way, and it's been really good.
One of the major things that is different on our farm than most farms around us is, instead of harvesting the food for the cows and the pigs out in the field and then bringing it to them every day, we're bringing the animals to their food. Cows specifically are designed and evolved to eat grass. So we send them out to pasture every day. That's where they spend the majority of their lives. And they eat the forage. They eat what they're meant to eat. We don't harvest corn and feed it to them in a feedlot. The pigs are a little different, but they're still foragers. We send them out into their clover pastures, and that's what they eat. We supplement them with a little grain, but down the road, once we have our trees and berries and nuts, we're gonna be sending the pigs underneath them. They'll collect whatever falls off the fruits, and that will be a huge supplement to their diets. So we're trying to emulate a natural food system as much as possible. In terms of self-sufficiency on the farm, we're trying to generate as much of our own electricity and power needs as possible. So we actually have a wind turbine that generates almost all of the electricity our farm currently needs. We also have a solar water heater that heats all of the water that we need for the house and for the barn. We have a well that collects rainwater naturally abundant here and is stored in the ground, and we use that for all of our vegetables and our cows. But then all of the grass that's out there is also contributing to that. It's holding that water in place, so it's not going into the river and then downstream. So all the water we're trying to keep on the farm. Down the road, we're gonna be, as we get to be more energy intensive with the milking parlor and other things that require a lot of electricity and energy, we're gonna be trying to produce that electricity ourselves as well. We're going to put solar panels on our roof of our barn. We're gonna have a biochar kiln that'll generate a lot of heat. We could even put a steam turbine on there to generate electricity that way. There's infinite possibilities, and it's really just a matter of getting the right people here who want to help with those projects and tap into that when we can finally make it happen.
Really turning it into a community farm where there's diversified operations. People can pursue their interests in organic agriculture and be able to kind of build our own vision from it, whatever people really would like to do. But the thought is to get away from our kind of globalized food system and really provide food for the local community.
Why is it important to move the animals from place to place?
So just like any plant, it needs to be able to grow, and our grasses and clovers can regrow multiple times through the season, but only if you give them a chance to rest. So by moving the cows and the pigs and the chickens every day, that gives our natural perennial forages time to regenerate, and then we can have the cows and the pigs come back to that piece of land later in the year and essentially double, triple, or even quadruple the amount of food that we can get off of that land at any given year.
Basically just check us out, learn more about the sustainable food movement, about sustainable farming. If you're interested, there's tons of information out there online. That's where we've gotten a lot of our information, and we're trying to provide additional resources. So we have a website that's fullcircle.farm, pretty easy website, and we're at Full Circle Community Farm on Facebook and Instagram. So you can check out a lot of photos that we've posted there, how our CSA is going, and we plan to post a lot more on the website soon once the season winds down a little, as far as how people can get involved on the farm. If you're interested really in growing the local food movement and starting an enterprise, you definitely should contact us through our website or Facebook, and just come out here. You can volunteer a little bit or just talk to us about what our vision is, and you can do what we're doing. You can be a visionary as far as growing this farm into what we all see that we want it to be. And right now we're thinking that we would love it to be a cooperative farm. So having other people start their own enterprises that they're in charge of, and you can plug into things that are already going on. So soon we hope to have those things going well enough that we can provide a partial income for people who want to do that, as well as start their own enterprise. So that's kind of what we're thinking right now, and we're really excited about it. So just if you're interested, just start a conversation with us, and that's really the best place to start.